What's up everyone, welcome back. In today's quick sensor tutorial, I'll be quickly demonstrating how to connect the MLX90614 non-contact infrared thermometer with a Raspberry Pi Pico or Pico W in MicroPython. So let's just jump into it because these are quick sensor tutorials just to show you how to quickly get set up with the library code and get values. So take your MLX90614 and connect it exactly as you see in this connection diagram. So just 4 jumper wires are needed for power and ground, and then 2, as you can see here, for SCL and SDA, that is I2C communication, to actually read values from this sensor. So be sure not to mix up the VCC and the ground because that can actually short circuit your board and mess up some of your electronics. And then for SCL and SDA, make sure you have these respectively as well. You can use a breadboard if you like, or you can connect it straight to a pre-soldered Raspberry Pi Pico. You do not have to necessarily use a breadboard, but I do recommend one. Now that you have that connected, make sure your device is plugged in and you already have MicroPython on the device. We're not going to go over installing MicroPython. Then we just want to go through our environment where we code in MicroPython. I'm using Thani, which is probably the most popular thing. First thing first is we just want to copy in this library file. I'll link this down in the description below, so you can just copy this code in, or you can follow online. So just create an MLX90614.py file and copy the respective code in. And then finally, once you have that, you just want to have this code here. This is really base skeleton code that just prints the values on the screen every second. So we are importing from that library. We're creating an I2C object with those SCL and SDA pins. Make sure the frequency is the same here, because if you play around with that, it actually will not work with this sensor. We do an I2C scan to make sure we have a device connected. One thing I noticed is my jumper wires were bad, so I actually had to change jumper wires for my Pico W to recognize an I2C device. So if it does not recognize the first time, make sure you try to change jumper wires or do other types of troubleshooting as well. And then finally, we have to initialize the MLX90614 and just print it on the screen every second. So we can print the ambient temperature and we can also print the object temperature. This is probably the value you're interested in because this is the infrared thermometer temperature. So this changes based on the surface you are measuring. So we could just go ahead and run this. So if you did everything properly, you should start seeing values on the screen, and you should see that an I2C device was found. Now, just for a sanity check, I'm just going to point this at my skin about a centimeter away, and it should change temperature to about 35 degrees Celsius, which is close to the temperature of human skin. You can see that makes sense. So sanity check looks good. I hope yours worked as well, and I hope you got through this quick sensor tutorial and got your MLX90614 up and running. Thank you guys. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next tutorial.